Welcome back to my channel, Aquarius. Much love and thanks out to my existing subscribers, and a big welcome to those that are new to my channel. Always appreciate your support and your time. So, quick reminder, these are general readings, can't speak to all, just different life stories for everybody. You're all at different stages of your life, so just please allow for some flexibility on the time frames. This is a reading for March 15th through to the 31st of 2021, career, money, finance, and there's some general energies with the oracle cards. So first off, I'm using the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor, and the first card out is Door to Value. So by the middle of the month, it looks, because these are again from the 15th through to the 31st. So from the middle of the month, it looks as though you'll be dealing with some kind of new beginning, and it does look to be around your finances. There is a happy new start here, and it's a more promising door of potential that's opening up to you during this time. So this could speak to some of you in terms of more opportunities that are available to you, or you're just seeing a brighter future or a path to expand your finances here. There is a lucrative entrance either way toward a promising adventure here. So for others, and I should just quickly add in here as well that I'm not necessarily speaking to, I see new opportunities, but I don't necessarily see new job here. So I just wanted to make you aware that it just didn't feel like new job, but it feels like more of new opportunities by way of, something that you're already working on, or something that is being introduced to you that you might join in with, or an additional form of income, but it's something new. There's actually, I feel, at least two new things that are starting for you for this month. Sorry, just give me one quick sec. I seem to dehydrate quick. So anyway, for others of you, this may be finding closer connections to things that you value by way of spending time, doing more on your projects, your hobbies, or things that you genuinely prefer to be doing. And for others, this can be, you just prioritizing people that you love and that are part of your supportive network, and you're just finding time to be with them in this latter part of March. So the last 2 weeks, I feel, is just really about you finding more time for value, for yourself, for your connections, and, again, that could be sort of all encompassing with your activities, finding the time to enjoy your activities with others, but either way, there's just overall contentment, happiness over the next 2 weeks where you're just taking the time to slow down and really appreciate what you have around you. So for some of you, that may be spending more time in nature, and others, it might be just close connection, within the family home, or within, that sphere of family activities. So again, whatever that is for you, going on picnics with the family, or something. And I know it's not always warm for everybody in all areas of the world here, but it does feel like something strongly nature oriented for some of you. I don't know why, but anyway, there's going to be more close connections, and several of you may be taking that time, as I say, to really appreciate those that are close to you. Door to romance is what follows here as well, with alongside the door to value. So I do feel it's dealing with, people that are close to you, long-term commitments, friendships, family, and it's just, as I say, it just feels like people that are close to your heart. So, energetically, again, it's just overall release, relaxation in this latter half of the month. So it's entirely seems to be about that overall. You've got the Sun card here as well that follows up, and it's a definite escape from your usual routine, whatever's happening in this last 2 weeks here. Also, for those that are writers, this is a time to make the best of your creative gifts, because this is actually an expansive creative period for you. There is a lot of intuitive guidance that's coming through here as well in this last portion of March. So where you're really able to do, really hone in more specifically on something that you feel more passionate about, and that you need to express. That Sun card and the World card that follows here as well really speaks to that opening up for you. And of course, there was also another card here as well with the Three of Wands. So there's a lot of expansion in this last 2 weeks, and it does feel like it's more on the, cerebral mental sort of phase there. or front, but it's on something, as I say, that you're needing to express. So it's really an auspicious time to open up to resources. Think bigger in terms of how you choose to build on this opportunity or these creative um, inspirations. So again, this could speak to those, in business ventures, looking for ways to broaden your markets globally as well. So we have the Oracle of Delphi as well, and this is the Akashic Tarot. This is by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. So this one is really further providing you with those deeper insights and intuitive ideas and resources from higher power of Akashic Library is what it refers to. So the Akashic Library, of course, is, the universal library that you can tap into. It's where your ascended masters are. It's where you're able to psychically align or be in tune with. So anytime you get a feeling as though I should check something out, this is a synchronicity from the universe and you're being led. So follow that. And this last 2 weeks of March is really strong for your as I say, deeper insights and intuitive ideas. And this is going to allow you to open up to more resources and really broaden out your expansive range of ideas, but also your networks and all of that. So if you really allow yourself to tap into this energy in this last 2 weeks, you'll be able to move more expediently ahead in the coming months. So for now, it feels to be a source of inspiration in this last 2 weeks. There's a deeper awareness, and I feel that you're going to experience a time. It's a time of transformation all around. And I feel like it's for sure on two areas of your life where you're really starting to really take a look at the things that aren't supportive of where you're moving ahead to. So we also have that followed up by the initiation of Saint Germain, and this one of course speaks to, for sure you're at a time of transformation, but it's an entrance into a new beginning as well, with revelations, insights, and it's about you being initiated here. So in this last 2 weeks, you're at the beginning stage of something where you're just being given a little bit of information, so that you can line things up as to who you are becoming. These are new connections, maybe new partnerships, new ideas. There's a lot of new here, for sure, at least on two different fronts in this next 2 weeks that a lot of you will be considering. So again, new alliances, I feel that you will be guided to connect with throughout the course of the year. But this 2 week period in March, at the end of March, seems to be where you're going to you're being initiated into a new period. So there's something that you're going to open up to that's going to feel like you all of a sudden understand where you're headed, or how you can broach a new subject or new area of your life, or how you can progress forward. So again, this is a card of initiation where you're opening up, you being ready to see where you can grow and allow further expansion to take your projects or your ideas in the right direction so that you can start advancing to the next level. So there may also be some evaluation and cutting of ties with a few people as well, because with the views of the ego card, I do feel that there is someone around you that can present as, being a little egocentric, self-interested, or just a little more self-absorbed, something along that line, but it's no longer in line with where you're headed. And I feel that you're considering distance between you and this person in some way, or just releasing it, or releasing parts of your own ego. So anything that's ego based, you might now be having that mirrored back to you and feel that you're able to to get more focused on what is before you and what needs to be done versus how you feel and how you're connected to a situation, or an experience, or what you think you need to have. Because I just feel there's more of an openness with you in this last 2 weeks. So you're going to be operating from more of a healthy place. And again, for others of you, you may be just creating more distance around people that you just don't feel are in line with where you're headed. So again, this can also be someone you have been in debate about for some time. I don't feel this is a new connection. I feel that you're maybe reluctant to lose this person in your life, but because of history. But I do feel that whatever this long-term friendship or love connection or family member, however that resonates for you, you just might be putting up some boundaries and keeping them at a little further uh, distance from where you are right now because you're needing to grow and expand. So the next card out is the Ascent. So the Ascent speaks to job promotions. It also speaks to advancing spiritually, globally, again, with your aspirations, becoming more of what you are, and, more definitively or clearly more aligned with your sense of purpose. So something is becoming more clear for you and you're aligning with that. As I said, in the last 2 weeks here, you're opening up. And that, of course, will play out in the months following. But for now, the energy is about starting to undergo this transformation. So you're just starting to tap into this energy. So it would have to carry on throughout the remaining months here, but at this moment, you're being initiated into this ascent. So we also have the Lookout. So the Lookout card is, again, where I feel you're releasing something in this period so that you can go forward. So whether, again, that comes, in terms of releasing or creating boundaries around people that you don't feel would be lining up with this transformation that you're going through. But, again, relationships or partnerships or business alliances or whatever. I just feel that you're protecting your creativity and your intuitive insights at this time. So I'm not saying that you're being more necessarily into a hermit mode. I feel that you're really happy and enjoying your stability at this time. You're around friends and family and people that you feel are pretty close to you. But I still feel that you're really using that time to unlock yourself as well. So again, it's a period of freeing up your energy, releasing things that just don't fit with the new energy cycle that you're moving into. And again, for a lot of you, this is in your mind initially. So you're arriving at some kind of point where you're starting to see what it is that's in your way. You're letting go of some of the things that you feel are not in line with that energy, and you're readying yourself to open up to this new path or new way of doing something or a new project. I mean, it could be a new job, but it just didn't feel very strongly that there was some kind of job opportunity necessarily. It felt like another kind of opportunity that was in conjunction with something you're already doing. So again, if you're already in some kind of a job, it feels like it's a new opportunity in some other way that's maybe a little further out, but everything is still in the mind at this time, but you're being opened up to it. So again, new connections, new journey. I don't feel that there's any direct action being taken at this time other than just on the mental front. Everything still feels like it's not in that realm of thought at this point, but you're really reviewing where things stand in your life and your purpose and how to move beyond any limitations, which again looks to be something that you're choosing to, seriously look at. You are distancing yourself and you're prepared to do it. It doesn't look like there's any reserve in removing obstacles in your way at this time. Everything seems to be pretty clear and you can move ahead freely. So we also have the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. I feel that with the Yang card, this is, you're getting ready to act off of your rejuvenating insights, the things that you're coming up to here in this period. So the Yang card is, it's one of the most active energies. So it's about to move you forward in a big way. Although I don't feel you're in that spot yet where you're ready to take action. It just feels like you're really building up the momentum, freeing your own energy up first, so that you can build up this momentum and make some progress, in terms of business or personal matters or whatever it is that you're moving through that's important that you want to more for change, or, move through by way of manifestation here. So, you're figuring out ways to bring things into more concrete, practical form. So again, I feel that you know how to deal with these obstacles, anything that presents in your way. You're easily removing things from your from you being blocked in any way. Your ideas are good. You can trust your intuition at this time, and you're just really capturing your own essence. It's what brings about, happiness for you in this last 2 weeks of the month. So we also have the happy, happy card, and we've got no place like home, and we've also got the card of peace. So what an amazing combination here. So, obviously this last 2 weeks, your energy is just very, very open. You're open to receive. And again, good ideas, intuition, really understanding who you are and how you can progress forward. But the happiness card is contentment. There's a feeling of liberation. You're able to track the things that you need around you. So there's more laughter, there's playfulness, there's a lighter side of you that's coming out in this final 2 weeks. So between the happy card, the no place like home, the peace card, I just think it's pretty clear you're really enjoying being in your own skin at this time. You're living your life true to who you are. Right now, you're feeling pretty comfortable and you're in familiar surroundings, whether that's your home as your base or just around things that make you feel secure. There's comfort, there's grounding, there's that sense of freedom by accepting what you can't change and moving in favor of the direction of the things that you can to broaden your own horizons. So everything's coming about from your own efforts, but you're also, as I said, being very intuitively aligned to spirit to be able to bring about, you're listening to your heart. And when you come to the edge, again, that's you acting from, a heart-based place, your passions, your instincts, spirits getting ready to help you to act on something that you feel is more in line with what you truly desire. So I feel that you're rounding up a cycle here. So it doesn't mean everything is being dropped and it's all happening in this last 2 weeks, but you are in that kind of preemptive stage of making things happen in that direction of where you want to be. So moving on to the Rider-Waite deck. So this is more specific to your finances in the last 2 weeks. So this first week is speaking to, World card clarified, sorry, with the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So this can speak to a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or characteristics of these astrological signs where I feel you're using a greater awareness. Sorry, and I feel that you're just intuitively allowing yourself to open up to a new start. You're ending, an old way of doing things. You're coming to some conclusions about, at least, as I said, 2 areas of your life. I would say probably in terms of, the boundaries and the relationships and that kind of thing, but I also feel you're opening up to some kind of new possibility in terms of how you're broadening your own creative prospects. So again, it just feels like there's a sense of celebration here as well following that, because with that world card, it feels like that is, there's a sense of celebration with that card because it's all about possibilities. And I feel that you're getting ready to allow a new life in, or what may seem to be different from the old anyway, at the very least. So with the Four of Wands, you're really feeling stable and you're content with this new beginning and where you're heading. This is a strong place for you. I feel that you feel it's a strong foundational, grounded place where you can actually build from. It's a safe haven where you're comfortable and you're feeling okay in this, financially and everything else in this last 2 weeks. It just looks like many of you have a pretty good support system, to allow you to move ahead without a lot of issues. So I feel like you're going to, persevere with that Nine of Wands. And I don't feel like there's any real problems here because you're just persevering to this Nine of Cups. You're meaning that you feel that you're, whatever this path is for you, it just feels like it brings you or will bring you a great deal of connection and happiness. And it is going to allow progress, beyond where you are anyway. And that's the card of expansion. There might be a bit of a delay for sure. This is not something that's happening. It's more of a longer term situation, more of a goal rather than just, living for an experience. with the Chariot card, for sure, this is a card of victory, sometimes about making some, two different choices, contrasting, but I just feel like, again, you're going to persevere toward this wish fulfillment, toward that Knight of Cups, whatever that is for you. You're looking for progress, and the Chariot is that progress. It's about, it is clarified here as well with the Page of Swords. So I just feel that you're really getting some clarity in how to bring about this victory, how to bring about this, and I feel it's going to start moving fairly swiftly, especially in the coming months here with that Chariot card as well. But you're getting ready to move to the next step, so you're just clearly, defining with those strong insights that you're getting and that expansion of the Three of Wands. You're just clearly arriving at where you're going to go next. What's the next step in this path? That you're kind of lining yourself up for. But again, it's not a card of reaching the destination. It's just about starting out on that path here as well. And of course, it's come through twice. So for sure, it's sort of a delayed start, but I do feel that it's going to be a very quick one once you get everything kind of figured out here. You're just at that stage of initiation. So King of Cups can represent someone giving you trustworthy advice or a father figure that's around you. But I really feel that you really are in touch with your creativity here and your intuition. Some of you might be on, more of a involved with photography or painting, but it's definitely a creative card, and it's, being wise, stable, maturely moving to the next phase, of your projects or your ideas that you're trying to mull around in this last 2 weeks. There is still some issue around a relationship dynamic with the Nine of Swords that causes you some anxiety in that very last week. So again, whether that's a business partnership, friendship, love relationship, deep connection of some sort. But with that Four of Cups, I feel you're really in deep consideration, or you're evaluating this partnership. And with that King of Wands that follows, there's the partnership card. With that King of Wands that follows here, I just feel like it's more careful analysis here before, moving forward or making any specific decision yet. So we now have the Wheel of Fortune, and again, we had the World, the Wheel of Fortune. They're major arcana cards, so it's a really, significant time in this last 2 weeks where I feel that, luck is sort of on your side, and that there's opportunity to take advantage of, in by way of how you're going to progress forward. It's more in the form of ideas versus the actual opportunity coming in. The idea of how to make that opportunity, line up with your energy is where we're at. But it is about being in the right, being in the right place at the right time, that kind of thing, and really making the best out of your synchronicities, and just being able to see the way forward, line it up with what you need, and then make the changes necessary. So we also have the Queen of Swords. This card has been consistently coming out in your reading, I believe, for several months now. So I feel many of you are actually dealing with a Libra energy, or again, could be characteristics of, but it just really feels like this is a specific person. But it definitely would be a time of, if it is representing a person, for sure, somebody who's quite sharp and somebody who's quite intelligent. And this could be also you strategizing on that front as well. So, being able to tell it like it is, and really see things for the way it is. It is a card of coming out on top as well. But again, for most of you here, I just feel like this energy is in around an actual person. So I'm just going to leave it there, but it does feel like, again, it's a card of intuition as well. So for sure, seeing the way more clearly in front of you. And I feel that that is a really noteworthy energy in your reading. So whoever this person is, it is somebody quite significant to you. The Hanged Man with the clarifiers here, of the Devil energy, as well as the Judgment card, and again, as well as with the Lovers. So to me, it really plays out here in this the last week of March, that the Hanged Man is really talking about an elevated sense of thinking. You're really able to change your perspective, look from, an ascended place, because you are getting so much divine intervention here to help guide you with what it is that you're trying to move forward with. And because of that uh, additional insight and stronger way, wiser way of um, overview, the better overview of things, I feel that you're able to get rid of the things that you consider toxic in your life, and trying to, and again, that could be more along the lines as well of getting rid of things, your own toxic behaviors or things that you might be doing, um, you know, in your own world here that you feel are blocking you. So again, with that Judgment card there as well, and with the Devil card, it just feels like you're really in a period of, by the end of the month, where you're just trying to remove things from your life, or gradually start removing those things, because you're changing your priorities here. You're changing your perspective about something, and again, that could be a relationship, partnership, alliance, lover, but you're letting go of confusing energy in favor of a clear direction. So that's what I have for you in the last 2 weeks, Aquarius. Please stay safe, keep moving forward, and until next month, next video, we shall see what April brings.